Hey, welcome to our AI school session. Today I'm going to share with you how you can take advantage of Leonardo, which is image generation AI tool, to generate stunning images for brand building or storytelling, especially in visual communication. Let's jump in directly and I'll show you a prompt which I'm trying to use, and you can see that what kind of thing it's gonna produce. The prompt is a stunning display of contrast. A female woman wearing a flowing dress. It's vibrant flower patterns, intricate details, high fashion photography. That's the overall prompt which we had given. Now I'm gonna select Flux Schnell and I keep it this auto, and first let's go for dynamic. And of course I would like to have the size around a reel TikTok or Instagram reel. So let's look into this and let's see what will happen. So once you have your prompt, you kind of go and start generating your image, and now you start seeing that the output of based on your text. This has got somewhat interesting, but it's not looking like integrated. It looks superimposed instead of dynamic. Let's try creative. What does it do if I say creative? These are the filters because you're adding these styles, whether you want to add a dynamism or kind of creativity. So when I added creativity, it tried to compose things much differently compared to dynamism. So of course it is more integral, but it looks too fake. Maybe I need to change the prompt. Before that, I want to try a few more these styles. The portrait is another style. Let's try that. After that, there is another style which I want to try before I kind of finish this, which is vibrant. I think portrait is somewhat giving me interesting, because if you see this one, this much more integrated. It's much more kind of working in terms of conceptually, and it's creating that nice artistic sense. Let's try this vibrant style. So what does it do? I am expecting it does much better than any of our previous prompt. Yes and no. Basically, if you ask me among your vibrant and your, this is about portrait, creativity and dynamic style, so I like most is the portrait style. So maybe we are gonna generate several images keeping the portrait mode, and within portrait we have a different kind of portrait, like fashion photography portrait, cinematic portrait. What does it do? So when you select cinematic portrait, so it does something, I believe. Let's go and generate. Another type is a fashion portrait. There are three: general portrait, cinematic portrait, and a fashion portrait. This is a cinematic portrait. Yes, it had got a nice color and much more kind of artistic lighting in my view, but still the composition is something which is lacking. So let's get into this fashion, portrait fashion. Does it add any dynamism? Let's look into it and see how does it do. I think fashion one has a nicer output because it shows the beauty of the concept and as well as nicely photos taken. Maybe we will, wow, this is interesting. The color and the flower appearing on the dress, that's adding a lot. This too is nicely captured. I think being in this particular style, let's generate several images and see like what kind of amazing stuff we're gonna get. Yes, we are getting some stunning, amazing images. I think this one looks fantastic in terms of color composition and photo style. This again, like this, very stark. And of course, this one has got a nice translucent sort of a dress, and these flowers are growing on her dress. That's a nice concept in my view. So let's go and create a few more, because I think this is a highly promising prompt. All the settings are promising. This one is much more integrated. I love the background and the dress, it carries similarities. That's interesting. Yes, again, interesting colors. Wow, this is highly artistic, and it has got that lovely composition. So keep going, and we will keep generating a few more. I think I'm going to generate as many as I can before I exhaust my tokens, to see what variety I get in anything stunning. Okay, these are the new creation. This one looks nice. Nice. This composition is really good. Body posture as well as color and things like that. Let's look at this series. The colors are stunning. This composition, I love it. Here are a bunch of more images. This one is quite stunning because the hairstyle also corresponding to the overall theme. Wow, nice colors. So let's try a few more generations of image, and let's see what kind of results we're gonna get. And it's always stunning to see how we arrive at fantastic images. I'm almost exhausted with my tokens. So let's look at it, and this we haven't seen it. There's a new series which is generated. Nice colors. And there is something off in this image. Wow, this is fantastic. Let's enlarge it and see it. I think very good lighting and composition. And especially I'm liking the dress. It's wonderful. Once again, how these giant flowers are adding dimension to these photographs and nice dreamy effect. That's interesting. And few more compositions here. You can see as many as you want. It's much more integral, but this particular flower on the head looks like artificial. Let's keep going and see more. Yes. This looks festered with flowers, but if you compose slightly close up, it looks good. But otherwise it looked too many flowers. She's just bothered by flowers. I personally like this composition in terms of photograph style and posture and the overall the composition and emotion what this particular image is evoking is fantastic. As in, these are fantastic images. This doesn't have much story to tell, but this one definitely have a lot. So now you can see with this simple prompt using a female model wearing these giant flowers on her dress, whether it's a part of her dress or she's embellished by these giant flowers, and this is what you're getting, these images. I think you as a creator, as a storyteller, there are a good composition, a good emotional stories which you can weave using these images. I request designers start using Leonardo to generate these images they need for their storytelling, and this gives fantastic results. So that's it for today's discussion. I will see you in the following session.